All right. Again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting, or technically the first exciting episode of my daily December Dark Sun campaign. Yes, this is my kind of weird, messed up version of a Dark Sun campaign, but instead of using D&D, which is what Dark Sun was made for, we're using a little system by an unknown author called Matt Colville called Draw Steel, which is amazing and wonderful, and I am loving every minute of it. The people below me are all just as worried they're going to screw up the rules as I am. So, announcements. Lots of stuff is going on. My brain is fried. I have made multiple videos about all the weird stuff going on in my life right now. So, if you miss any of this, I do upload all these to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TraderJody. So you can always watch there and be entertained by us making mistakes repeatedly, because that's what we do. Yeah. As far as big things happening in the world of tabletop games, starting, I believe it's tomorrow, Draw Steel is going, or MCDM Productions, which is the company that makes Draw Steel, is going to be starting a backer kit, I think, for the first major adventure published for Draw Steel. Which is very, very exciting. If I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's very cool, and it will, in addition to being the first adventure for it, it'll also introduce, I believe, a new class. There'll be other cool stuff. In addition to that, on Black Friday, MCDM launched the first new class for Draw Steel. It's called the Summoner. It is nonsense. Absolutely 100% nonsense. I will be doing an in-depth review of it on my YouTube channel later this month. So if you want to hear more about the kind of nonsense it is, you can check it out there. Or you can just go to the MCDM website and pick it up yourself. I think when I got it, it was like $15. I don't know, or maybe 20, somewhere in there. I don't know if it's still that, because that was their Black Friday deal. But yeah, it is very cool, and it's probably one of the better, if not best, versions of a tabletop summoner style class, where you literally get little hordes of minions that you get to send out against people without it becoming like an absolute slog of, oh crap, it's the summoner's turn. Do you guys want to go out and get a drink or something? So, yeah. Anything else big happening in the world of the tables and the tops?
Oh,
I rely on you to tell me. I don't know.
right? That's why we watch your videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, most definitely. Quick reminder, if you haven't picked it up yet, you should you can't see it, but I'll bring it here. You should definitely pick up your copy of The Hearthwish's Guide to Magic and Murder, Book 1 of the Hemlock Saga, written by USA Today best-selling author Kiri Callaghan. It is, I have a friend, her name is Kiri Callaghan. She is a massively cool and amazing person who is an author-type person that just released her first book published by a major publisher. She did some independent publishing for other books that she's published. But yeah, she made it on the USA Today best-selling list. She is currently working on the sequel to the book. So when you finish the book and you go, damn it, I want more, there will be. And it's a cool little story about a Fae person that gets sent to a solar punk version of London to solve murders that might reveal the existence of Fae to those stupid mortals. And she has to team up with a mortal kind of sidekick a la Sherlock Holmes and Watson And there might be a little bit of romance between the two, because why not? And yeah, it's very cool. Kiri's a phenomenal author. So, that being said, and if anyone's wondering, I don't none of this is sponsored or anything like that. I make no money off of me recommending you buy my friend's book. I just like my friend. I like her book, and I want people to read her book. So, yeah, with that, I think it is time for us to delve into the world of Dark Sun. The burnt world of Athos. Millennia ago, the world was a paradise. But after the discovery of arcane magic, specifically the art of defiling, magic users would rip the life energy out of the land around them to fuel their incredible powers. This eventually led to the collapse of the ecosystem, changing Athos from a beautiful, verdant, green world with lush forests and endless oceans to a dusty, barren rock of sand and death. Now, the world itself is out to kill you. The beasts that survive the defilement are monstrosities with one focus: survival at all costs. In order to survive, the survivors of this desecration have all gathered in large city-states ruled by the Sorcerer Kings, incredibly powerful defilers who control through a mixture of misinformation, fear, and death. Our particular story starts in the city-state of Draj. Draj sits in the far north of the Tablelands, and it is ruled over by the Mad Sorcerer King Tek-Tik-Tik-Tlay. Now, many of the Sorcerer Kings allow their subjects to treat them as gods. Maybe even a few believe that their Sorcerer King is a god. Tek-Tik-Tek-Tlay
Tic Tac.
ensures all of the people that live in his city revere him as the one true god of their world. He is the giver of life, the son of the sun itself. In order to entertain his people, he gives them the arena. Gladiator slaves battle it out against other slaves, against monstrosities found in the desert, anything to make the blood flow and the audience roar. You all have found yourselves forced into the gladiator pits. All of you have different reasons for being here, but all of you know one thing. Before you get to see the slave pens where things like water and rest areas exist, you must survive your first encounter in the gladiator arena. Many a slave never sees their first night, especially if they are put up against Dune Reavers, Mountain Stalkers, or the ever dreaded Rampage. What will you all go up against? Let's find out.
Oh,
So,
well, this is a lovely room of death.
yeah, it's kind of cool, right?
It's a lovely room of death.
If you guys would be so kind, in the upper left-hand corner of this very large map, you should see an area that seems to be surrounded by large bones. If you want to put all of your tokens in that area, I'll click on it so you guys can see.
Oh,
This looks oddly familiar. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know where you could have seen that.
I feel like I did something similar with Shadowrun recently.
All right, so as you all are brought into the gladiator arena, you are shoved out this door into this small kind of bullpen, awaiting to see what happens. As you look around, you realize you are not the only new gladiators. In the pit in front of you, you can see an older-looking gentleman wearing robes that indicate him as a defiler. And you can see he has been placed into the arena with an extremely savage creature known as a rampager. Rampagers, no one is quite sure where they came from, but for some strange reason, they have an extreme distaste for anything man-made. They get their name, they get their nickname, Ravager, from the fact that any time they find a settlement, they won't leave until they have destroyed every single piece of anything that looks like it was constructed. And what they hate more than anything else is forged metal. The real name of the creature is an Usut, but everyone calls them Ravagers. They have large claws, huge toothy maws, and skin so thick that it can deflect the mightiest of blows. As you all come into the arena, you hear the arena announcer goes, "All right! Welcome, Gladiator fans, to another amazing Gladiator bout. Today we have Oracle the Defiler against the dreaded Rampager. Let's see how it's going to go, sports fans." The Defiler, seeing his inevitable defeat, you see him start conjuring, and you watch as the tiny little plants around the arena start to kind of wither. Little weeds and things like that start to wither, and you see this ball of fire appear at his hand. He hurls it towards the Ravager, who barely has to move at all for the fireball to miss easily and explode behind him. As the announcer goes, "Just a bit outside." The Ravager immediately leaps forward, digging its claws into the Defiler. You watch as bits of steam start rising from the wounds as the acid dripping from its claws eats into the skin around the wounds. And then the Rampager goes down and completely severs the upper half of the torso from the rest of the body and starts throwing it around wildly. "Oh, that one's gonna hurt. I think that Defiler is going to have a hard time swallowing that result." You see a few doors open up in various places around the arena, and you watch as guards with incredibly long, two-pronged, pike-looking items start attempting to kind of guide the Rampager back to the pens. As the first guard gets close, he kind of pokes it a little bit too aggressively, and the Rampager turns, bites onto the pike, snaps it in half, and then immediately dives on the guard and starts ripping it into tiny pieces. The rest of them slowly kind of regain themselves and create almost a phalanx shield wall type formation, and slowly are able to push it into one of the doors around this side of the arena, that the massive stone door eventually closes and traps it off. Well, that was a short fight. We're going to have cleanup crews come out. While you're waiting, you may want to visit the concession stand. Get yourself a nice 3-cream biscuit, and don't forget to tip your waiters. They're here all week. We'll be back with the next amazing bout in just a moment. You guys can hear the audience is absolutely reveling in the blood and death that they have just been able to witness. What would you all like to do? You haven't yet been thrown in.
I guess for my character, he would, if we're kind of like in the pit waiting to go, I would just be spending my time casting a ritual, and I would just be completely unaware to everything else that's going around me and just really honing or focusing on my talents at that point. So
Arian's gonna look around and kind of be a little surprised at being here and be like, I shouldn't be. What is this and why? And he's gonna try to walk towards the door that we came out of.
Okay. So as you get there, the door itself, all the doors into the arena have this same kind of motif. If you look further down on the map, this strange, like almost like Cthulhu-esque thing. What that is, it's actually carved stone that is easily like 1.5 to 2 feet thick. And so as you get back there, it doesn't show it on the map because in this version of the map that I totally made myself and didn't steal from a video game, it just doesn't have the door there. But all the doors are basically on these large kind of pulley systems so that they can be closed and open, but the likelihood of you being able to open it on your own is near impossible. The doors weigh probably close to a ton.
Then my guy's he's just going to pound on the door and be like, let me out of here. And then jokingly to the cuckoo portion of things, I'm not even supposed to be here today. All right.
Anything else you guys wanted to do? You guys are slowly coming to the realization that these are the people that you're going to be thrown into the arena with.
would you stop that infernal racket? It is very disturbing and very, very mind-numbing. Please stop.
I look at the guy at the door and I'm just like, first time.
I think Tala is going to be just kind of crouched on the ground, like almost fetal position, just hands wrapped around her knees. She's just kind of like crouched down and just ignoring everything that's going on.
Well, we just saw one man get fucking destroyed by that thing out there. Are we suggesting that this little person over here is going to do anything at all?
I don't know. We'll see. Moiety's just sort of stretching and getting ready for the fight. He's more used to this.
Okay. So you guys can see Moiety. The rest of you, like, there is a tension around you. Like, the audience is just begging for blood and death. And so there's this air of tension around everyone. And then you guys just look over at Moiety, and he might as well, be waiting in line for a Thrycreen bun. Like, he's just completely, this seems completely normal to him.
What if you don't mind me asking, what kind of species or ancestry is moiety?
It's. I mean, it depends on if you know what a fuck. What were they called again?
Correct.
So
No one
much that I
knows.
know.
If you know what a Turok is, but you would see that he has a mixture of features. It doesn't seem like he's full-blooded. Uh, it seems like he's a mixture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys can
You
see
s-
they're starting to lead monsters out onto the field, and it seems that since you all are a relatively large group, they seem to be putting a lot of monsters out there.
well, you seem to have an idea of what we're about to face. Have you done this before or no?
Few times. I mean, I was born here.
So you were born in the pits?
Yes.
That fucking sucks. How,
He just shrugs.
so how do we defeat this thing? Does it bleed? Does it use mind shit? Or are we even fighting the same thing that we just saw rip that man apart?
Oh no, that'd probably be rather gauche. I mean, look, they're bringing monsters out now.
If anyone wants to go ahead and make me it's called a reason score, I think. You can try and see if you recognize these creatures.
I'll peer. Yeah, unless someone else wants to do it, I'll peer out and do it. Or I would take a look out. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. 1 second.
If you click on the word above the number on the roll 20 implementation, that should do it.
Oh, there we go. And I don't have any specialties, so a 13
13.
for me at least.
All right. So that's a tier 2 result. So as you look out, at first your heart kind of freezes first as a second because you look out, and at first you think what you're looking at are slod, or slotty is the plural. Slotty are these incredibly powerful, kind of like demon toad looking things. No one quite knows where they come from, but some really powerful defilers will sometimes conjure them from the kind of chaos around, and if they're very, very lucky, the slod won't immediately kill them, plant its eggs in its carcass, and then breed enough of these slod to take out a small city-state. However, as you look a little bit closer, you realize that this is not slod, these are sligs. They are a strange, no one knows if they're related or not, but they tend to be confused for slod because they do bear a striking physical resemblance. But compared to the slod, who have massive psionic powers and are incredibly deadly, sligs are significantly less deadly, though the sheer volume of the sligs in the arena would make it seem like they're still going to be very, very dangerous to you.
Are we, from the reason square, are we able to see how many are coming out at one time that we are expecting to fight, or no?
Well, yeah, you can see on the map
Yeah.
itself.
All right, you zoomed in because there's
Oh
visual.
my
Yeah,
god!
if you haven't zoomed out, we can see them.
Yeah. There's a few. The thing about Draw Steel, there's a lot of different minions that exist, and I like minions. So, yeah, I figured if we're going to learn how Draw Steel combat works, let's let's do some
Let's
real
dig in.
draw steel combat.
Mm-hmm.
So as all this, I'm sure there's noise, there's cheering from the audience, and it's getting louder as all this stuff is bringing in. Therian stops banging on the thing, and he's still looking up, and you see him kind of slump just a little bit, and then he turns around, just slowly cracks his neck, and you see him kind of put his arms up, and you see his eyes kind of. You can feel power. You might not be able to see it, but you're at least able to tell that he is some sort of magic user at that point, and he just starts to stride a little bit forward. He's done with the get me out of here, and he sees that there's work to be done.
All right. Anybody else? As you all
Talia
are,
is just
go ahead.
sorry. Talia is just still rocking back and forth.
As you all kind of prepare yourself, suddenly the door down here opens through some unknown force, and you hear a voice from behind this large stone to the door. Get in there! And the announcer goes, well, it looks like it's up for our next bout. We've got a ragtag group of newly captured criminals. All of them have done something to upset our wonderful overlord Tectitlic. Remember, everyone, if you say your prayers to the loving giver of life, he will ensure that your life will be just that much less horrible. These people obviously have forgotten that because they've upset him enough to be put against an entire cadre of sligs with a slig commander. Oh, that one's not gonna be fun. Let's see how long it takes for them all to die. You start hearing the door start to move slightly, and it opens up just enough for a pair of guards to come out with those two-pronged bidents, effectively. And they look at you and go, either you could go out there, or we can push you out. But you're not going to stay in here for very long. What do y'all want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going out.
Let's get to it.
I don't really want to go out right now. Can I have a minute just to, take it all in? This is my first time. I'm very excited for
As
the
you are
battle.
saying this, suddenly one of the Bidens swings around and kind of slaps you across the face. Take 1 point of stamina.
What?
As they go, get out there! Die pretty.
Oh. Well, this sucks. Okay.
Anybody else?
Do we have any equipment or weapons?
You guys would have the weapons. You have bone or obsidian versions of the weapons that you would normally have.
I'm assuming I wouldn't have my fiddle.
You wouldn't have your. I'm sorry. What was
My
it?
fiddle?
Yeah, they gave you enough. They wouldn't give you your fiddle, but they have given you a fiddle because they do want you to put on a good fight, and they know that is part of your combat. But as far as your personal fiddle, you remember as you were being taken in here, you saw a guard that seemed particularly enamored with it, and instead of kind of putting it into like evidence effectively, you saw him kind of slip it into his armor and then slowly kind of move away. So you think there may be a guard that currently has a very, very nice fiddle.
One thing to mention when I'm struck by the the guard, you see Ansiv's form kind of shimmer a little bit and fade in and out of corporeal form. Kind of looks like he's almost turning invisible or trying to turn invisible, but then he comes back to it and kind of just rubs off his cheek a little bit. Well, you could just have to ask nicely. I just needed 1 minute, and if you want us to go, we'll go right now.
And the
That's
Biden
fine.
gets up and seems to be preparing for another strike. So, if If you guys would like to, if you want to move your minis out onto the map somewhere.
Oh,
By this point,
boy.
you guys have already seen that moiety is just out there waiting.
Yeah.
Very much a dead man here.
So as I walk past Anseb, I just kind of tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Better to be out there now. We can take receipts on the way back through." And I motion towards the guy who bidented him.
Absolutely.
As you get out, the door shuts behind you with a loud thud. Goes, all right, arena fans, let's get ready for some blood. And now we're going to get to deal with how initiative works.
And now a moment for our sponsor.
And now a moment for our sponsor.
Someone pause all the creatures for a moment. Everybody grab their handles. We gotta listen to the halftime report.
Tactically, they're the best choice. They're the only choice if you know what's good for you. Tactically. 9 out of 10 devotees trust Tactically. The 10th was slain for heresy. Tactically, you know what's good for you. So the way that combat works in Draw Steel is it uses kind of a modified version of what's called Popcorn Initiative. Basically, each side gets to have one person do their turn. They pop up, do their turn. Then the other side gets to have one person pop up and do their turn. And it goes on until everybody has taken it to the turn. The thing that gets to decide who goes first in Draw Steel, if there's like an obvious person who's like, oh no, obviously these people, this side is going to go first, that would happen. In times that they don't, there's a number of different ways that you can decide. However, I would like to introduce my own thing. I do this a lot in my games. If there's ever something that happens that just requires a kind of simple random chance, I will point to someone like... hold please. Therian. Choose even or odd.
I like evens.
Okay. So what I do is I just roll a d20, and then I look at it, and if the number is even, like he chose, you guys would have gone first. However, I rolled a 15, so it means the bad guys are going to go
Rip.
first.
Just as we're thinking of our moves and stuff, I just want to make sure map distance, since this isn't necessarily a perfect one-to-one map. I just want to make sure, are we doing each square is 1, so a distance of 10 is 10 squares?
Yes, so Draw Steel, everything is measured in units, which on a map refer to squares. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And is diagonal included in that, or do you have to make a adjacent right? So if I'm going from me to the bottom left one below me, is that 1, or do I have to do a box hopping sort of
believe
vertical and
Draw
horizontal
Steel-
to get there?
I'm going to look before I say the wrong thing. I believe movement in Draw Steel uses diagonals as the same length as lateral movement. At least that's what I'm going to do for right now. I will look it up later, just because I don't
No
wanna
worries.
have to.
I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the same thing that you were doing for distance.
Yeah. For right now, we're just going to go a square is a square is a square. If it starts becoming an issue, we can just use, I think this is how Pathfinder does it, which is just every other diagonal square is 2, which gets closer to, I mean, if we really want to go Pythagorean theorem about this, we can, but I don't want... Thank you, Church Twin Blades.
You're the runner of it, whatever you want. One's worked for me. Tell me if it changes.
Yeah, the only time I'll do the 1 and 2 thing is if things are getting really, really broken.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
with
all
the
of a sudden
amount
you're
of
sniping.
movement you guys have that has nothing to do with your characters moving, because I've seen all your character sheets, and the non-sensibilities you have. I'm getting
We're
the
heroes.
idea that all movement being equal is going to be perfectly fine. So,
Okay.
with that being said, let's get this combat a-running. So, first thing we're going to do, let's start with, this group. So, all this stuff works. So we're going to start off with this group here. So this is another thing that's kind of unique about Draw Steel is the minions specifically, and monsters in general, work in groups. So as much as I'm going to be taking one turn right now, my turn is going to involve this entire group of enemies moving forward and attacking. So that is one. Which one do these guys have? They have 6. So that's very nice. And they're going to come over here and they're going to split their attacks between this one and this one, which I believe is.
Oh.
Who do we have? We have Moiety and Ansem,
Me.
right?
Ansem, yep.
Okay. So I think we're going to.
It's going to be quick rerolls here.
I got my backup character already.
Sorry, I literally just used this. As a scorch. I think that's what we're going to do. So, sorry, I'm just looking at all the nonsense that I have to deal with right now. So, the four smaller minion ones in the back here, 2 of them are going to go for Moiety, and 2 of them are going to go for Ansev. And I believe. Sorry, this is the first time running combat in this system, and I've got like 7 different systems running around in my brain right now. So. I promise this will be faster in just a second here.
You're good. I'm trying to read all my stuff.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
this.
you're giving me time because I'm
Yeah.
like, especially because you're about
Making
to smack me in the face.
Plans, you know?
But I'm pretty good on what I'm doing, I think.
Just remember, you get a main
Let's
action, a
still roll
maneuver, and a
2d10.
move action.
Is it touch louder? I can fix that. Thank you, Ed. We'll do that, so it's not quite as loud. So I think I still roll 2d10. For some reason, I thought this was going to be like Daggerheart, where it's kind of
Oh, you get a bigger dice.
yeah, but no, I think it's all going to be 2d10 stuff. So, I am just going to roll a single time for the minions right now because they're supposed to have a squad action, and I'm not finding it. Here, let me look one more place before I say the wrong.
And not to cause complication, but you said you're sending 2 towards me. So are they attacking simultaneously or one after another? Or, yeah, at the same time or one after another?
It's a fantastic question. Hold, please.
Okay. Because it does matter for my character, so.
I just realized the vitals didn't transfer to the roll 20 sheet.
Your stamina?
Yeah, I was like, what is my stamina? It's blank.
Yeah, when he hit me and it had nothing in there, I'm like, well, I'm dead. Good job. I'm glad we were able to put a couple hours into making my character and
Right?
Okay, that's what I was looking for. All right, so I'm going to roll once. So 2 minions against Ansev, 2 minions against Moiety. And I roll once for each of them, and then if it hits, it just does a little bit extra damage because you have 2 on you at the same time.
Okay.
So my first is going to be activity plus 2, right? Power plus 2, so that turns into 9, 10, 11. So it's still a tier 1. So you're going to take 3 points of damage as both of the sligs move forward and start slashing at you with their claws.
At who?
Total of 3 damage.
No, I'm asking at who.
Oh, at Moiety, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to inertial shield to half that.
Okay. So it turns it down to 1. So you guys watch as these sligs rush forward and start slashing, and Moiety just kind of holds his hand up, and you watch as he kind of starts shimmering, kind of like Doom personal shield kind of thing, and you watch as the claws just don't seem to have quite as much effect.
And then when I inertial shield, I can knock back for free.
Okay.
I can figure out where that is.
All right, well, while you're doing that, I'll describe what's happening to Ansev. Ansev, as they come closer to you, that time I get for 16, which is going to be a tier 2. So you take 5 points of damage as 2 sligs come forward and start slashing into you.
Okay. As they're coming crashing down, I too am going to use my ability to repel some of that damage. And I had it up over here. So I'm going to take half that damage with my trigger action, and so as it's coming down, I'm a little bit distracted. What's going on with Moiety about to be getting hit first, and just instinctively at the last second, just kind of throw up my hands and just try to stop the barrage of metal coming at me, but I still get hit. And then after I get hit, I just phase out and I turn invisible.
So you guys watch again the sligs rush forward, and Ansev, watching his newly found ally not only just take the blow, but seem to not really be affected by it. Like you could see little kind of scratches on his skin that he doesn't seem to care about. You suddenly look back and 2 sligs are right on top of you. So you instinctively kind of put your hands out, and this barrier of telekinetic energy kind of appears. You're hoping that it would stop it completely, but the claws still make their way through, and you see 2 marks of red appear on your arm as they start burning slightly from whatever else was on those claws. You kind of look at them, and then he disappears. Go ahead.
My knockback was 10, so tier 1, which is only push 1. So one of them gets pushed back 1.
Technically, 2 of them hit you, so 2 of them get pushed back.
And I'm going to use my trigger effect of explosive assistance,
Okay.
which increases the movement distance gain equal to my reason score. So as they're getting pushed, all of a sudden my eyes kind of flare up, and I add more oomph to the push that's happening, and they get pushed 2 more in that direction.
All right. So you guys watch as the 2 that went to attack Moiety, they come, and you watch as this little kind of telekinetic blast kind of knocks them back, and then suddenly there's this explosion, and they go flying back an additional 1, 2 squares. You know what? Because we can, we're going to say they don't go 2 squares. They stop as they hit this large rock thing, which causes them to take, I believe it should be 3 points of damage for running into an inanimate object. Hold, please.
It's 1 for each movement
Where
that
they
was
would
hit.
move.
Well, that's
Yeah.
when you hit another target. Hitting an inanimate object hurts a little bit more, and then also gets extra damage for how much move is still there. So I'm just gonna, before I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna look it up. It's the movement. Corners, damage, and higher force movement. So slamming into creatures, slamming into object. So the target takes 2 damage plus 1 damage for each square remaining in their force movement. So we'll say a grand total of 3 damage. which is enough to kind of hurt these guys pretty well. And one of them dies. So as the additional explosion happens, you watch as they both get kind of slammed back, and as they both kind of hit this strange kind of rock archway there, one of them kind of collides into the other one, and as it falls, you can see this kind of red paste where one of them used to be as it slowly kind of drips off the thing. So yeah, you guys haven't even gotten an attack roll yet, and you've killed one. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That was super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
No big deal.
All right, and I believe... Oh, wait, no, we still have the big guy. The big guy, seeing you guys doing that, is going to kind of move back slightly over here. Or actually, no, he's going to stay right here. He's going to look at Therion, and you watch as he opens his mouth and his tongue lashes out to attempt to hit you. So that's an exceptional roll.
Great.
Actually, no. It actually makes it, that's a 12, so that's tier 2. You take 6 damage and you are yanked all the way to until you are right and next to him. And that ends their turn. Who would like to go first?
You guys don't mind if I do?
Have at it.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna move here. As my maneuver, I'm going to activate my null field. Which any target, which is enemies in the null field, it's one aura around me, reduces their potencies by 1. And then because my null field is now active, and I have 2 discipline because my turn started, I spend 1 discipline for gravitic disruption. That's just my maneuver. So as my action, I'm going to use magnetic strike on the slig here. So Moiety's not even focused on the big one in front of him. His attention turns to the slig behind the big one.
Okay.
So abilities. Yes. Main actions. Magnetic strike. So I got a tier 2 result. So that's 10 damage. And wait, I clicked the wrong one. Sorry. That was, I went down too far. Here we go. So that's 7 damage, and then he's pulled
You said
vertical.
tier 2, right?
Well, the first roll was, unless you want me to keep the first roll because they're the same. I just clicked the wrong ability.
Yeah, keep it's the same roll.
Okay.
Keep it.
Okay, so 10 damage, and it's pulled 2, and I'm pulling him into the big one.
Awesome. Okay. So, how do you envision your character doing this? Like,
So
how do you visually? How do you see it happen?
his hand begins to glow, and as he focuses on the slig behind him, you just see his hand grab and yank back
Okay.
towards himself.
So you guys watch as Moiety kind of moves forward. You watch as this kind of strange glow starts around his hand. Therion, you see something glowing, and you're like, "Oh, another defiler, yum!" But as you look at it, you can tell this is not magic. This is psionics. Anyone can do psionics. It's kind of boring. But then you watch as he grabs one of the sligs and kind of makes a fist and does this, and then you watch as the slig just rushes forward. Both sligs getting pulled forward with it, unfortunately for them. And as they slam into the slink, it's going to take 1 point of damage.
And then
Go ahead.
because my null field has what's it called here? Maneuvers. Gravitic disruption. And he was the only target in the field at the time, and he just took damage. I slide him 2 into this guy.
All right, so he pulls the 2 sligs forward. They slam into this one here, and then as he gets hit with it, you watch as full on like 11 style. He just kind of tilts his head, and you watch as the slig gets thrown back. How far does he get thrown back?
2.
2. So
Yep.
just enough to kind of smack into that guy, which he only had 1 hit point left, anyways. And so you watch as he just kind of throws him back. He lands on the other slig, and now the kind of smaller sligs that went with this creature are now all dead. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right. Well, what was it?
I will interject because I'm going to use hesitation as weakness, and I get after a hero ends their turn,
Okay.
I can take my turn.
Awesome. All right. So before anything
that's pretty cool.
can happen, you guys watch as Hamja immediately starts rushing forward, pulling a dagger out from somewhere you're not sure where, but there's many kind of folds and secrets in his cloak and his armor and everything. What do you want to do?
Oh wait, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I realized I didn't see that it costs energy, and I don't have my class points yet.
Oh no.
Well, you do. Oh, you.
All the cool stuff costs stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Happens
So
on my
never
turn.
mind. Instead of that happening, the kind of leader here, seeing all of this stuff happening, goes, "Rah!" And you watch as his back starts to kind of squirm and writhe, and
God.
suddenly, from on his back, 4 more of these strange slig-looking creatures seem to have just appeared from behind it.
Oh, straight up gremlins. Got it.
Now, unfortunately, that was just a
It got
villain
wet.
action. So now it's time for somebody to take their turn, and oops.
Oh, sorry. If you can clarify, that was the one with the shield that did that.
Yes, the one with the shield. did
This guy right here? Is that
Yep.
what it is? Okay. Okay.
These 4 are going to rush towards. To be perfectly honest, they seem kind of pretty intent on going after Moiety and the Firebug over here. So 4 are going to go against Moiety, 4 are going to go against the Firebug.
Love that for me.
You have
And yeah, let's start off with the 4 against Moiety first. Now, as a reminder, you have 1 triggered action per turn. Moiety, since you just took your turn, you technically have refreshed your triggered action.
Okay.
to confirm, there's not the traditional like combat round where everyone gets to go and you go. Is that what considered a combat round, or is a combat round once you go and then you comes back to your turn? That's a combat round. I know that sounds kind of weird, but
I mean, technically, a round is one. Everybody has 1 turn in a round.
Okay.
However, how I've always tracked things like reactions and things like that is they reset at the end of your turn.
okay.
Does that
Yeah,
make
this
sense?
was for some. Yeah, this was for something else, not reaction. But thank you. That's
Yeah.
what I needed
That's
to know.
how-
So
Technically, I do keep track of how many rounds of combat it has been, and the round starts technically at the top of the initiative. But yeah, anything that would reset after a turn, I'm always going to base it on when you take your turn.
Sweet.
That being said, they did get a tier 2 result. So
Ooh,
with
great.
3 of them, that's going to be 7 points of damage to Moiety.
I will once again inertial shield to half it.
Okay, so again, these creatures come forward and they just strike at him, and you watch as this kind of vibrating barrier around Moiety just kind of starts. You still see claw marks and little bits of blood dripping out of these wounds, but they don't seem nearly deep enough for the fact that 4 of these creatures just all swarmed Moiety. At the same time, 4 of them go directly for Therian. And that's a little bit higher.
Oh, thanks. That's what Captain Inertial Shield over here gets the low one. Okay.
15, which is still a tier 2. So you also take 7 points of damage as they rush forward and start slashing at you.
7, you said?
7 points of damage.
Of gotcha. And I'm sorry, I remember there was something about winded and stuff. There is nothing like at a stamina level. Does anything shift after you cross like a 50%, or is that literally like a 0 state is winded, and then you're kind of in a weird?
So anytime you get under 50% of your hit points, which on your character sheet will tell you exactly when you're winded, you are considered winded, and that does change. There are some abilities that are affected by whether you're winded or not, and there are some monsters that react differently when you are winded and when you are not. But unless something specifically says if you're winded, this happens.
When winded, okay.
You don't have to.
For
So
the purposes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know. I'm just gonna ask: are they surrounding me?
Would you like them to be surrounding you?
I'm just curious, like what positions they're in.
Technically, I'm treating them as just like one unit. So unless you get some kind of benefit for them surrounding you, they're all kind of in front of you.
It's because I'm gonna be knocking them back.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna say that they're in front of you.
Okay.
Real quick before you do that, though, as a reminder to everyone watching, I do like having the audience to be a part of the action. So the channel points that you earn on this channel, just for watching, you don't have to subscribe or anything, you just earn channel points for watching, you can actually redeem them to do stuff in game. And Imp has decided to give everybody 1 heroic resource. So if you want to mark on your character sheet somewhere that you've just gotten 1 character, 1 heroic resource, whatever your heroic resource is, you guys can all thank Imp for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Huzzah!
So, yeah, for all of you watching in the audience, feel free, if you see something happening, you can give heroic resources. If you really want to have fun, you can give me malice, and that lets me do bad things to the characters. So that's also a thing. Now that that's done, I believe you wanted to break the game again, Moiety?
Yes. Okay, so when I knock back people, I can slide them. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So that's tier 1, which is knockback 1, but I have 2 discipline again because they used a main action in my inertial shield in my null field. Mm-hmm. So I get a +2, and I'm sliding them into the big guy.
Okay. So these 4 down here are going to not really move because they're already right next to him, so they're just going to slam into him, meaning they're all going to take 2 points of the damage, which is enough to get rid of one of them, and that one's going to take 2 points of the damage. Okay. So you guys watch again, these creatures kind of come up, and as they hit him, they're kind of repelled by this field. They're knocked into their leader, which as the leader's kind of moving around, his claws kind of go wide and just completely disembowel one of them. He kind of learns back and goes, "Urgh," and gets really mad. The rest of them seem perfectly fine. Any other nonsense you want to do?
No, that was your turn.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to end their turn. Who wants the next turn?
Necklin, I know you were gonna go. Can I go since I've taken? I'm down to 5 stamina already. If you wouldn't mind.
I don't think anyone minds.
Okay, thank you.
Catch your breath.
Yeah.
Well, I might not be leaving here, so
Would you like to leave? A wink,
No.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Tell me what to do.
No, I can-
Okay.
Okay.
So I get 2 additional, which allows me to.
Just trying to save you, you know, but why would I want to save my friends?
Nah, it's fine. I think we're gonna just be slightly lame here. No, just not super exciting. So I'm going to use Grasp of Beyond, which let me click it for mains. Essentially, it's a damage and blink. So I'm going to do Grasp of Beyond,
Nice.
which allows me to absorb the life energy of another creature, use it to teleport. I can teleport up to 2 spots then. So I'm going to do that to the nearest little froggy thing, and then teleport 2 diagonal back towards the rock there.
Okay. And is that just a regular ability, or does that cost heroic resources?
That is just a regular ability, no heroic resource.
Damn!
Just for so for the 2 characters that defile, just let me know if it costs heroic resources and how much. Just because
Okay.
I have to keep track of the life energy in the area as you're defiling. I'm going to try the experiment this way right now. We're going to say that when you got in here, there was 10 points of life energy in the area.
Okay.
If we find that that doesn't feel quite right, I'll just say, oh, this is a low life energy area, and I'll keep track of the number on ourselves. But for right now, everybody gets to know. So you cast one spell, or used one ability before, which took 1
Yep.
point. So we have 9
Okay.
left. And what I can actually do, just because I paid money for this,
Get your money's worth. And as far as a roll, while you're doing that, the roll was a 14, which plus the 2 reason is a 16, which is a mid-level for 8 corruption damage, and then a teleporting of 2 spots. So I'm going to move my 2.
Is it just horizontal or can you do vertical too?
It does not say.
Okay.
I would assume horizontal though, because it does say a number of squares. So I think that would be at DM discretion. But
teleport. Teleport doesn't have a direction requirement. You theoretically could teleport 2 squares up, but then you would fall.
yeah,
So there's nothing that limits it to just horizontal or vertical movement. That's just forced movement has to have the vertical keyword to be able to move them vertically. So if you can see, there's a little green dial up by that wall. That's how much life energy's in your left in the arena right now. Isn't that a cool little thing? I got that for Fabia Ultima. It's very nice.
nice. All right, so I did 8 damage to the froggy. That was my main. And then I'm going to maneuver, which is catch breath. So I'm going to spend a recovery and regain stamina equal to my recovery value, which is 8, I believe.
Okay.
So I am recovering a little bit.
And how do you envision this thing working? Like full on necromancer, you like have this draw of life coming from them, or how do you view it? Or do you want it to be more fire based?
I want it to stay. All of my stuff is going to be themed a little bit fire based. So
Okay.
this one, it's almost going to be. I'm going to reach out, and a tendril's going to almost be like a whip around it, and it's going to constrict and then almost flow back into me. And in a puff of flame, I teleport the distance.
So you guys watch as Therian seeing these 4 sligs right in front of him. You watch him full on Balrog style. He reaches his arm out, and you watch as this whip of fire starts to appear. He wraps it around 2 of the creatures, and you watch as this pulse of fire energy goes and then starts drawing from them. You watch as the veins in his arms start to kind of bulge with the energy, and then suddenly there's this, and he bursts into flame and teleports 2 spaces behind him as the 2 sligs that he was constricting just burst into flames and disintegrate. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn? You technically still have a movement too.
No, I'm happy with where I am. I have a wall of human flesh between me and them, so thank you.
As long as there's flesh somewhere, I'm good.
You know, I did not like being, in front.
Also, just want to point out another round of heroic resources courtesy of Moonglaive.
Thanks, Moonglaive.
Thanks, Moonglaive.
Yeah. So everyone take 1 heroic resource. from Moonglade.
What do those do again?
It's whatever your resource is that you earn during combat.
Oh, cool. I'm
Yeah.
at 4.
So it gives you more stuff that lets you do cool shit.
Speaking of, I seem to have passed my moment of weakness and have heroic points now.
Let's go.
So you're gonna jump in.
I'm gonna jump in. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do
So
it.
you guys watch faster than should be possible. Hamja starts rushing forward. What do you want to do, Hamja?
All right. So everyone's moved around since I had my plan. So I'm actually just going to rush forward here and hit these minions with my teamwork has a place. And then let me find my abilities here. There it is. All right. No attribute. Okay, great. I'll just roll it. Seems mine did not import correctly.
Hey,
There we go.
we like 17s. Those are good numbers.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a tier 3. That's 12 damage.
Okay.
And I think that's Ancio's there.
So that was a weapon attack, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll a D10 for me.
Okay.
So in the world of Dark Sun, metal is exceptionally rare, and definitely gladiators, even if they had metal weapons when they came in, would not be allowed to keep them. Everyone here uses either bone or obsidian weapons, which are prone to breaking. So the rule that I created for Draw Steel, if you ever get a tier 3 result on a weapon attack, you have to roll a d10, and on a 1, your weapon breaks, and you can no longer use it.
So I rolled a 6.
So it's perfectly fine. Anything special happen with the attack, or just straight up damage?
If there is an ally adjacent, I gain a surge.
Cool. Well, you do have an ally adjacent to you, so go ahead and take your surge, and then with 12 points of damage, you guys watch as Hamja rushes forward, and almost too fast to be perceived, as he slashes the underside of one of the sligs. 2 other sligs kind of turn around before they can even react. He has plunged his dagger into the gut of one and then under the jaw of another one to kind of rip out the jaw and throat with it. And then he kind of leans back, shakes the slig blood off of his dagger, and prepares for another bout. So now that that has happened,
I will use my maneuver, and as I finish, I will puff into a cloud of black smoke, and 2, 3. I will go. I'll spend 1 insight and go here, which should give me cover, which then means I get to make the hide maneuver, even if I'm observed, and then if I'm successful, I gain an additional surge.
all right. So after Hamja plunges his dagger into the enemy, you watch as he pulls back. The few remaining sligs, seeing an opportune target that looks to be slightly winded from having exerted itself so much, they start moving forward, and suddenly there's just poof, and there is no longer Hamja there. And since you succeeded on your hide check, no one really knows where you went. Despite the fact that there's really not a whole lot of places you could hide in the arena here, you found a single rock pillar. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
good enough for
Boom.
me. Despite the fact that these guys should be able to see you, they surprisingly can't. Because you can still hide in plain sight.
Apparently.
Winner threat.
So So with
It's a
that,
psionic ability. You can't see me.
Really good at it.
what's really bad is he starts using the "I'm not touching you" ability, because that just gets nonsense. Cool. I think it's time for these guys here to go. They're still not particularly fond of the fact that every time somebody attacks this stupid Theric, they get hit. So they're going to move up to here. But then all of them are going to kind of reel back and shoot these little bolts of poison at you. What's it, Moiety? And you have less than full stamina, right?
Yes.
So they get an edge on this. So that's going to be 15, 16. So 7 points of poison damage as 4 of these bolts come and just pepper you with damage.
All right.
All the way down to the bottom. And then their leader is going to take out a blow dart and do that as well.
Does any of these cost malice? Is what I will ask.
Not yet, but this last one is going to cost malice.
Okay.
Use a malice.
If you're still alive.
So I get another discipline point. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, cool. Well, does 14, so you take 6 points of damage. I'm going to burn 2 malice. And what is... That means your might. Target has might less than 2. If you remember how potencies work. Potencies are not as confusing as they sound. I believe so. So I guess it's just if your might is less than 2. Yeah, that's what it is. So what's your might score?
1.
1. Oh yeah.
Nah.
So you are now weakened. And you will take 2 poison damage at the start of each of your turn save ends.
All right.
So,
Jesus.
yeah, kind of powerful stuff. Now I gotta look at where do they list. Let's just go.
What does a surge do? Because I gained a surge.
Surge. If you look at your character sheet, there's a little list of things you can do with surges. You can use them to do increased damage. Give me a second and I'll tell you exactly what they do.
I think the other is increased potency.
Yeah, you can increase your potency, you can increase your damage. I think there's one more. And so weaken means you take a Bane on power rolls.
All right.
So, and then yeah, if you switch to classic mode in Forged Steel, on the right hand side near the top of the first page, it'll list all the things that you can use surges for. I think it also happens on the character sheet. I have to actually look at the character sheet.
I didn't see it on the I see that they call out what a token can be spent to get 2 surges, but I don't believe it goes into what a surge can be used for. So
No, it doesn't. It's just on the. So yeah, Forged Steel, super cool and awesome. And I don't, if I close out what I'm doing right now, it will screw things up, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, just go to classic view on your Forge Steel character sheet, and like I said, in the upper right on the first page, there should be a thing that explains what you can use surges for. It's in the book too, but everything in the book is so weird. Because they'll list things in like 7 different locations. Page 75. Let's go to page 75. Surges. You can, whenever you deal roll damage, you can spend up to 3 surges to deal extra damage to one creature or object targeted by the ability. Each surge you spend deals extra damage equal to your highest characteristic score. And then the second thing, whenever you target one or more creatures with an ability that has a potency, you can spend 2 surges to increase the potency by 1 for one target. You can increase the potency by more than 1 using surges, though you can spend additional surges to increase the potency for multiple targets. Right, so either surges give you more damage, or they increase your potency so that it affects more things.
All right.
We all good then? I believe that is all of their turns. So, it's back up to you guys. Who wants to go next?
I can go, I guess.
Go for it.
Okay, so, at the beginning of the, battle, I was, activated one of my performances.
Okay.
And I was going to activate Thunderbolts,
Okay.
and that comes into effect at the end of the round. So,
Okay. So we'll just remember
but
at the end of the round. Just remind me
yeah,
it'll happen. Okay.
but for now, I will move it a melee and see if with that group,
Okay.
and I will play the fiddle and do repeat right again.
All right, so you guys watch as Johnny starts moving forward. You can see he's struggling a little bit because he doesn't have his fiddle he's normally using. He has this kind of poorly strung bone made fiddle with like sinew for strings. The bow is not rosined correctly, so it's not catching quite as well as it should. Kind of skips every so often. But he's skilled enough with it, he's able to start getting this song off. What does it do?
I rolled a rubber with a T1,
Okay.
so it does 7 lightning damage to a creature of my equipment in 2 squares.
Okay. So the question I have for you, do you want to hit one of these here? Anything that you see in like groups of 4, those are going to be minions. And the rules for how minion works, I guess I never explained this. The way that how minions work is they act as a group, and they actually have a shared pool of hit points. So every time you do enough hit points to knock out their shared hit points is basically a combination of all, or stamina, sorry. Their shared stamina is basically a combination of all of them. So like in this instance, most of these guys have 4 hit points, or 4 stamina. So every instance of 4, you kill one of them. So if you do like 9 damage, or what's happened here before, somebody did 12 damage, they kill 3 of them. So it's not always 4, it's just what happened in this fight. So if you attack a minion, you'll definitely kill one of them, and you'll do enough damage that it'll have one more almost dead. Or if you attack the leader of the group, you'll just do damage to them that will start stacking up as they take more damage, like a traditional bad guy. So that being said, do you want to attack a minion, or do you want to attack their leader?
I'll go after the group of minions.
Okay, cool. So you guys watch as he starts playing. Suddenly, you guys see, like, you can feel your hair starting to stand on end as, like, electricity in the area starts going, and suddenly you watch as this bolt of lightning comes down. As you also watch the plant life directly around John E. start to wilt and die. Therian, you would instantly recognize Defiling.
Yeah, I feel like you would see the energy going into the middle and I'm playing.
Okay, so as he starts playing, you watch as, like, the plant life around him starts to kind of rise up, and it almost looks like he's kind of rejuvenating it, and then you watch as the life energy is just sucked out of them, and they just fall to the ground dead and disintegrate into this fine black dust. And then as all the energy kind of gathers around his bow, he kind of just plays the last note, and then and one of these minions over here just stops.
All right, to clarify, was it Defiler or was it the opposite then? You said like
That
they
was
built
definitely
up-
Defiling Magic.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else you want to do with your turn, Johnny?
What else can I do?
Well, you can move, obviously, and then you should have at least one maneuver. I don't think you've taken any damage, so you don't need to, like, take a breath or anything like that. But other things you can do with maneuvers, you can grab someone, you can push someone if you wanted to do that. Those are all maneuver abilities that you have that are just kind of generic maneuver abilities. Before we play next time, I'll have a cheat sheet for you guys that shows all the different stuff you can do. I just didn't have it prepared today because I was doing other stuff.
Yeah, I think I was the
Okay. And that ability, was that just a regular signature ability, or did that cost heroic resources?
that was a regular performance ability.
I just need to know for the life total. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Just for those wondering maneuvers and stuff, if you are using the draw steel or the roll 20, like they have a tab that says maneuvers, so you can look through them like real quick there. That helped me. And triggered, it breaks down.
Very nice. This group that just got hit, having just got hit by Johnny, they're all gonna go over there. Oh, that's creepy. All right, cool. Sorry, looking at some of the special effects that these particular creatures have, and it gets weird, guys.
When the DM laughs, never a good thing.
Yeah.
No, not even a little.
So, three of them are going to go try and nom on Johnny. 10, 11. So you're going to take one point. No, you're going to take 3 points of damage as all of them just start kind of nomming on you. And then the leader is going to stay back just a little bit. And he's going to shoot you with his blowgun. Because I lose one of my dice. That was impressive. I got a 3.
Oops.
Which turns into a 5, but that's still You take 4 poison damage, and if you're what's your might score? John?
My bite is -1.
This one, okay. So you are weakened. Save ends, and at the a target weakened this way takes 2 poison damage at the start of each of their turns. So at the start of your turn, you'll take another 2 poison damage. As the blow dart kind of sticks in your neck, as you pull it off, you can feel something's been was laced on the end of the dart he hits you with. You can already start feeling it affecting you.
So I'm stupid. They wouldn't want me every bit. I'm a stupid poison thing. Is it untyped?
No. Poison damage is typed. If I just say damage, that's what's considered untyped damage.
So then I have it. Have the poison damage.
Very, very nice.
Resistant and that's wrong.
Okay, so you only take 2 points of poison damage. Did you say you have resistance to it or immunity?
Resistant.
Because in Draw Steel, like resistance and immunity stuff works kind of differently than.
Well, the ability can resist and that's wrong.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I believe "quote unquote" resistance doesn't technically exist as a condition.
Yeah.
But you have an ability that allows you to half basically anything other than untyped
Yeah,
damage.
I put it in time.
Okay. Oh, so that is a trigger damage. Yeah, so that's your triggered action for this round.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome, excellent. All right, moving on. That ends their turn, and that means we still have Ansev and Talal. Who wants to go next?
Talal, you can go first. I'll
Um,
ring up the rear,
Okay.
maybe, if I don't die.
So this whole time during combat, Talal has just been like just not looking at anything, not paying attention to anything. She's just been focused on nothing. And all of a sudden, on the wind, she just hears the voice of her mother. Just a slight whisper, and all of a sudden, just instant focus snap. And she lets out this roar. For maneuver, she's going to use her aspect of the wild. And you see these basically Thrycreen, almost psionic arms sprout from her shoulders. And you see her kind of like get into a stance, and then she's going to run. I'm assuming I can split movement up.
Yes, you can.
Cool. So she's gonna run down 4 here. And she do. Ooh, yay. So she is going to run down and use a one of her abilities. Where the flavor text is, teach them the folly of lining up for you. She's gonna do Tide of Death.
Okay.
As one does.
As one does.
I was gonna say for a level 1 ability, Tide of Death. Like, okay.
Welcome to Draw Steel.
Yeah.
It's a cost 3 ferocity.
Ooh.
I get to move up to my speed in a straight line, and enemy squares are not difficult terrain for this movement. You can end this movement in a creature space and move them into adjacent unoccupied space. So I'm going to move in a straight line. I'm hoping I can hit the 4 minions plus the leader with this maneuver. If not, I will just hit the minions then.
Okay. So you're going to use your movement to get down here, and then the maneuver itself allows you
Oh.
to move forward.
Yes.
Okay.
So I used 4 to get down here, and then I have 3 left over.
Okay.
My movement is 7.
Hold please. I just want to look at the ability because I'm not quite understanding how it works. So you're
Yes.
Fury. And then what's it called again?
It is Tide of Death.
Tide of Death. Move. Okay, so the effect is you move up to your speed in a straight line. So the way this can work, you have a move action, so you could move first, then activate this ability as part of the ability. You then can move up to your speed.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because that's an
Yes.
effect of the ability itself. I will say, just because of how they're set up here, I'm not going to give you the leader, but you can
Okay.
get all 4 of these dudes.
So with that in mind, since I can move up to my speed, so I could move down here and then have another 7 to go, I could go through these minions and then hit this leader.
you 100% could do that, yes.
I would like to do that, please, and thank
Excellent.
you.
Okay. So you'll make one power roll, and it technically is going to affect all of them. So go ahead and make your power roll.
Okay.
While that's happening, is there attack of opportunity from a creature perspective? I know that there
yes.
was. Okay.
That is one of the other things at the end of that. You make one power roll that targets each enemy whose space you move through. Last target takes damage equal to that plus that. But yes, it does say, I believe somewhere in there, it did say something about opportunity. Yeah. For each opportunity attack you trigger during your move.
Ah.
So, all right.
Would have been cool if it just ignored off attack of opportunity.
I mean, that would be cool, but
Well, that's like a second level kind of thing. First level. What do we got?
so I got. I'm looking at double zeros
oh.
on my power
So you got a
dice.
0. Yeah. So that's what's considered a critical hit. Unique thing
Oh,
about
okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's real good.
no, that's a 20.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about who's I'm gonna try this one more time. The interesting thing about draw steel, the way that you get critical hits is if you roll either a natural 19 or a 20. Since you're rolling 2d10s, it's significantly more difficult to get those high numbers. Both of those count as a critical hit. And I have to look before I say the wrong thing. 6 main action.
Again.
Oh, I think I remember. I think you get an additional main action from getting a crit.
Ooh.
Before I say the wrong thing, I'm just trying to see if I can't find.
Yeah, it's on my
Critical
character
hit.
sheet
So,
here.
when a creature rolls on ability roll part of main action, that creature gains an additional main action that they can use immediately. An ability roll made as part of a maneuver can't score critical hits. So, in addition to you, how much damage does that do, first of all?
9, I believe.
9. Cool. I don't believe critical hits give you extra damage or anything. It's just you get the additional main action.
Okay.
So, looking at the ability, I thought it only said 5, but I might be looking at the wrong one.
So on the on roll 20, it says it does say 5, but in Hero Forge or Forge Steel, Tide of Death has 9.
I think that's
I think
the
I've-
last target of your damage takes extra damage equal to your might score for each opportunity attack you trigger during your move. I think the 9 is going to be the last.
Under my kit, it says melee bonus damage, and in the tier 3, it has +4.
So that's echelon 3.
Okay.
So I believe that should mean when you're in the third. I thought it was maybe it is just tier 3. Let's count on Forged Steel doing it correctly. So we're gonna call it 9. It really doesn't matter. 5 kills them. So you won't get any opportunity attacks.
We can
from
parse
any of them.
all day.
You will get
They're
one
all parts.
opportunity attack from this dude as you run past him. You just killed his entire squadron. So I think he's allowed to make an opportunity attack at that point.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, just go your minions.
How generous of you.
What's your free strike? You take 2 points of damage from his free strike.
Okay.
And then since you got 1 opportunity attack, that means this guy is going to take 9 damage plus how much more?
Last target damage takes extra damage equal to your might score for each opportunity. So my might score is 2, and I took 1 opportunity attack, so he takes a total of 11.
Jesus.
All right.
Tick, 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 tick.
Also. Just gone. So yeah, you watch as Talal just kind of gets up and he goes, "Rah!" You hear this kind of guttural scream that seems out of place for the very small frame. It's hard to see what's underneath all the kind of layers of robes and clothes that she wears. But suddenly as she does that, you see these kind of psionic 3 green arms kind of appear from her, and she moves much faster than you think should be possible, kind of stops, and then phew, just shreds a line of enemies, and then stops at the end, just covered in viscera and blood.
So for my extra main action,
Yeah.
the psionic arms are just holding that leader, like ran through all, grabbed him by the neck, and just lifted him off the ground. And now I would like to take that leader's body and just bash one of the fire toads next to me.
Are you just going to do a free strike, or do you have an ability that you're going to use?
I'm going to use bear claws.
Okay. So she has a dead, lifeless slig in her hand. She turns it around, turns it effectively into a bludgeoning weapon, and just starts beating the snot out of these 2 frog-looking the things here.
13.
Cool, so that's a tier 2. How
Tier
much
2.
damage does that do?
So Forge Steel says 7 damage.
And as she sits there just beating these targets to death, you watch as there just keeps getting the sand around it just keeps getting more and more red. As long after everything is dead, she is just swinging. Eventually, she basically just has a skeleton with like red globs on it that she's just beating to death. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That will be my turn.
Excellent. Well, it's time for the big guy.
Is he big in stature or is he medium?
He takes up 1 square, so whatever that is.
Okay, medium. That's all I need to know. Thank you.
But also big.
But also big, yeah. He's tall.
He's just in his
know?
He's in his 5 foot square, but he's tall and he's got muscles and he's all quickly and
Just
stuff.
fills up the entire square.
So he is going to go 1, 2,
Oh, not
He's
there.
gonna
Go the other way.
there. And then he's gonna flick his tongue out. Oh wait, no, that's a triggered action. Ignore that.
Freeze that. Flip it. Reverse it.
Working out the kinks, getting
Hit
to know
it.
our abilities.
Pop
He's gonna go there for Johnny because he can actually get to Johnny, and he's going to make an attack. All right. 17. So this is tier 3 result. You're going to take acid damage, and if your agility is less than 3, you are dazed. Save ends. And if you're wondering what in the world does dazed mean, if you combine it with confused, you can end it by just going, all right, all right, all right. A condition that limits a creature to doing only one thing on their turn. Use a maneuver, use a main action, or use a move action. And they can't use triggered actions, free triggered actions, or free maneuvers. So it's just one slight level before stun.
Jesus.
So, 13 acid damage, and you are dazed. Save ends. And that's going to end his turn. And Sev, you can still do something.
Hopefully, we'll see. So at the beginning of my turn, I roll a D3, which 1d3. Hey, I get big threes. It's huge.
And real quick, from
Yes.
Moonglaive, everybody take a heroic resource.
He's heating up.
Okay.
Thank you, Moonglaive.
Thank you.
Thank you, Moonglyph.
Having all this clarity was actually not a good thing for me. I needed to be strained. Johnny, roughly above table, roughly. Are you like real hurt, not so hurt, or
Are you winded?
are you winded? Where are we at with how hurt you are?
Say again.
Was the protein acid to be?
Yes, it was.
Then I'm very hurt.
You're very hurt. Okay. Okay.
What about even say 25%?
Okay. Let me. All right. So slide. I gotta make sure I understand this. Okay, slide and prone. Okay. So I gotta be able to select. Okay, so I can move up to 6. So 1, 2. So I'm gonna start. Ansa's gonna start appearing forward and seeing that Johnny's kind of getting beat to shit. Just kind of stretch out, and you'll feel kind of like a light purple hue or glow around you. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my heroic ability, Iron. And if I can find it in here, I will post it.
What does purple feel like, Toast?
Purple feels like, have you ever had, like, when you eat Lucky Charms, right? And then the bowl, all the marshmallows start to, like, change the color of the milk and the tasting of the milk from the sugar? That's what purple feels like.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
chemicals
Hitting
and
you with-
sugar.
Yeah, chemical. Yeah. And then,
Artificial dyes.
The best parts of childhood.
Chemicals and sugar.
oh, here we go. Okay, so I am going to be targeting Johnny with Iron, and the target's stability increases to an amount equal to my Reason score. They gain 10 temporary hit points, and they also gain 2 surges. This ability stays, the stability score, or the stability increase, stays on there until there's no longer any temporary stamina on you. So effectively, for the most part, unless you get pushed around, 10 8 temporary HP on you for now. So
And then stability, for anyone that doesn't know, anytime you are subjected to forced movement, you can subtract the number of squares you have to move by your stability. So by increasing your stability by 2, that means the first 2 squares of forced movement don't matter to you.
and then so I'm doing that. So as Ansev is walking up, I'm going to do that with my right hand to kind of shield him, and then with my left hand, I'm going to kinetic grip the big dude, and I am going to slide him down horizontally. I'm going to slide him towards this guy down here.
Okay, and I believe that needs a power roll, right?
It does, and I am going to find that on my main actions. Donde está? That's choke. We don't want to choke him. There we go.
Esta la biblioteca. Llamativo de la discoteca.
And then bonus or penalties. I don't think I have any. No. Okay, so. I slide. I rolled a 15. My reason +2, so I have a total of 17, which is tier 3. So I slide him. I slide him for 8 total. And then he is going to run into that guy, and he is going to be knocked prone at the end in this square here.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. So that means he has 5 remaining. They both are going to take 5 points of damage.
Just had to move him down there, didn't you?
Get him away from Johnny.
It's fair.
Alright, so we're going to take 5 points of damage. And then the other one is Anita, right? Yeah. Slinker's dead. I can probably get the rest. As well. Sorry, just keeping track of things a little bit much for me right now. So you guys watch as Ansev kind of moves forward, and you watch as this kind of dark purple energy starts radiating out of him. He kind of puts his arm towards Johnny, and you watch as this little field of energy, deep purple energy that kind of feels like smoke on the water, starts kind of surrounding you and protecting you. And at the same time, he raises his other hand, and you watch as the large Slig kind of leader gets thrown across the room and slams into this guy down here, being knocked prone. And we're going to call prone... What thing do I have? We'll call that prone. So he's currently knocked prone. Anything else you want to do with your
I am going to continue to walk a little bit more forward just to get between the big guy and Johnny at this point. And then that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. These 4 polywogs are going to move forward, and seeing as you just touched their master, they're going to rush forward and all are going to try and take noms at you. Okay. That should be, is it this one? You're not going to show me their stats? Of course, why would you tell me the stats of the creatures that have already gone? That would make far too much sense. Here we go, step 1. It's not a dart. This one. It's a polywog. So I just need to know what they do. Yeah, so I rolled 18. I rolled 20 total.
Hoi!
Not a natural, so it's not a crit. So you take 3 points of damage, and then they are able to shift 1, 2, 3 back away from you. Then they're going to hide back here.
Cowards.
All right. And that means we are back to top of the round.
You guys don't mind. You guys don't mind if I go?
Well, monsters get to act first each round, so I get to go
Oh,
first.
okay.
So the round ended.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was activated by a
Trap card.
so the buzzer so I made a power roll and so I talking about it, but I made a power roll. So that would be a 12.
Okay, so that's a tier 2 result.
And I enroll within 10, so I will hit the big guy
Okay.
with this lightning damage.
So the big one.
Yeah,
Cool. You said 6 total?
yeah.
All right. Cool. So at the top of the round, you watch this, and is this more lightning damage, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm still going to treat this as a defiling thing, so you are going to drain 1 more point of life energy out of the area. As a reminder, anyone, or both of my defilers, your tiers are shifted down by 2. So your tier 1s are 9 or lower, your tier 2s are 10 to 14, and tier 3 is 15 and higher because you're defilers. So that won't be in Draw Steel or Forge Steel or anything like that, but that's the special rules.
That's
I made for
good to
defiling.
know. Why I may have given the wrong thing before. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's perfectly fine. We now know, and knowing's half the battle, G.I.
Yeah,
Joe.
Joe.
Does it not tell me the malice stuff I have? I thought it used to tell me malice stuff. It'd be nice if it told me malice stuff. I have all this malice and I'm not using any of it. So I don't remember how. Let's go here. These here. Yeah, I'm gonna burn 5 malice.
Oh, that seems like a lot.
Anyone in melee with one of these creatures, so that's gonna be Johnny and this one, which is that Ansev there? Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
I need you to make an intuition test.
Intuition test.
So make a power roll, add your intuition to it.
It's fun.
Oh yeah, that's one of those minus numbers. That's a good thing. That goes real well for me. That's a total of 12. Tier 2.
Cool.
That's still tier 2.
You know what?
That's nice.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I will have 14.
All right, so you both did tier 2. So you're both going to take 4 sonic damage as these creatures start they puff their throats out, and you start hearing this cacophonous sound from them, and it's loud enough that it actually hurts your ears. 5. And then these dudes up here are going to be the one doing something.
And just like seen before, after the cloud dissipates, you won't see Ansiv there. I am concealed invisible.
Okay, so yeah, you're invisible. So Johnny, you're the only one that they can see right now.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy.
way to lead your boy high and dry.
Yeah.
I don't have control over it.
Look, I showed up, I healed you, and I'm out.
I like came over to get in front of the big guy for him, and then all of a sudden, oh fuck, not again.
Well, I rolled an 8, so it's only going to be a tier 1, so that's 1 point of untyped damage plus 2 more, so a grand total of 3 untyped damage to you. And then the dude next to them is going to just take a pot shot at you with his blowgun. So that's going to be 20.
Woo.
So 7 points of damage, and I think you're already weakened, right?
Yeah.
So 7 points of poison damage.
Alright.
So again, the pollywogs nest you, start kind of slashing at you, but you're able to defend off most of them, and then another dart hits you right in the neck, and you have to pull it out.
2
You can still
darts
feel
is too much.
whatever poison is coursing through your veins.
So much for that temporary stamp.
Mm.
Hey, I do want to be it.
All right, who wants to go first for you guys?
You guys don't mind if I go?
I don't mind.
Well, my maneuver is going to be taking a breather because I take 2 and then I'll heal 9 from that.
Okay.
Spend a recovery. I'm back at 17. Then I'm going to move here. Free maneuver. I'm going to spend a discipline to keep the same effect I had on my null field before.
Okay.
And then I will attack the downed guy with what is this called? Because I have an edge because he's down, so I ignore my Bane, right? Because
Yep.
it's plus minus, yeah.
Mhm.
So I spend 3 discipline points. I believe. Yep. And I'm going to use. What is this ability called? Relentless Nemesis. That is a 12, so that's tier 2. At the start of your next turn, until the start of your next turn, whenever the target finishes moving or being forced to move, you can use a free triggered action to shift up to 7 squares. You must end this shift adjacent to the target. He takes 10 points of damage. Because he was damaged, I have my, what is this called? Oops. Abilities. I have my null field up, and there's gravitic disruption. Since he took damage, he would move I would slide him 2 squares. Because I still have 4 discipline, he slides 4 squares into the guy next to him.
Cool. So each of them are going to take 4 points of damage. That's enough to. Maybe not.
Well,
That's enough to turn him into a red smear. All right, so you guys watch as again, Moiety moves forward, and as he gets close to him, he kind of just slams his fist down into this creature. Kind of bounces on the ground, gets thrown into the guy next to him, and just kind of impales him on one of his claws, destroying him. Anything else you want to do with your turn? Do you want a pony or something?
Nope, that's my turn.
Cool. Well,
That was technically forced movement, right? You still technically forced moved him, even though he didn't really.
Yeah, it was
just
forced
smack him.
movement.
Okay.
yeah, he just couldn't move anymore.
And then I rolled for my save. I roll a 4. I'm still weakened.
All right. Well then, yeah, and just a reminder: the way that saves work is it's just a single D10 roll. 6 or higher, you make your save. 5 or lower, you don't. So it's going to be his turn. What cool malice things can you do?
I was feeling good until you started discovering that you had malice. Now I feel a little less. A little less.
Yeah, I'm going to make this a malicious strike. And I'm going to use 10 points of malice on it, because I can.
Oh, fine.
I just got some malice from Imp. Thank you.
Huh.
So you watch as a maneuver, he's going to go ahead and stand up.
Yep.
And he looks pissed. And so he's going to... Yeah, he's going to lift up the kind of bone axe he has. And you can watch as he's putting all of his strength, he's even holding it with his shield arm, to just bring it down onto the top of your head. It's going to be 13. So that's that's going to be 10 points of acid damage plus the thing that I just used. Their next strike deals additional damage to one target equal to their highest characteristic. So for this character, it's going to be 3. So you get additional 3 damage plus 1 for every additional malice. So I did 5. So it's going to be a grand total of 8 additional damage for a total of 18 acid damage.
That would have brought me down, but I inertial shield.
Okay. And
So it's
then-
halved to 9.
Yep.
But
And
but
then
continue.
if your agility is less than 2, you are dazed. Say that.
My agility is 2.
Okay.
And his potency is reduced by 1 because of my shield, my field
Cool.
anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're not dazed, but he hits you hard. And then I'm also going to burn 1 more malice.
Before you do that,
Okay.
because he hit me and I inertial shielded it, I get to knock him back.
Okay. Oh, this will be even more fun then. Go ahead, do that. How far does he get knocked back with your power roll?
No.
Wait a second.
Starting to get in the groove here. It takes a little bit of time to learn the draw steel system. And especially using Forge Steel for my combat tracker. I'm still learning how everything works. Now that I learned there's an actual button that tells me what I can use my malice for, now I can do cool shit.
So I'm still weakened, so this is just flat. So that's a 16. So that's a tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have the +2 bonus from from my discipline, which is at 5 now. I'm going to knock. So he gets knocked back 4, and I'm knocking him into this pillar.
Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So he's still going to take 1 point of damage there. So you guys watch. This giant slig just comes down and slams this axe. You watch as, again, that kind of vibrating barrier appears, but this blow goes significantly into that, and you see it cuts deep, very, very deep into Moiety. And then Moiety just kind of pulses, and you watch as the slig is just launched back, taking a single point of damage. And then as soon as he's done, he jumps right back. He just leaps forward, lands right in front of him, and snarls in his face, because that's a thing I can do.
Oh no.
We're gonna end his turn. Who wants the next turn?
Tall would like to go if nobody else would mind.
Go for it, Talal.
The only thing I'd interject is if Johnny's about to die, maybe he should get to go in order to do a rest here. Just a thought process thing. So otherwise, process of elimination, those are probably going to go next somewhere in that vicinity or the bottom left. And I don't know that he can take another hit.
I mean, that assumes they're going to survive what I do next.
That's
But
fair.
If Johnny
I'm
would
not,
like
I'm
to
not
go,
saying don't. I'm
if
just
Johnny
saying.
if Johnny would like to go, I would certainly allow
Best
him to
defense is sending the crazy Thrycreen girl hybrid to kill everything.
That is fair.
I think that's Sun Tzu, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's one of those lost pages.
Yeah. So it's up to
Real
you guys.
go. Johnny, do you want to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. And I'm baby company.
Okay, so that's your maneuver. Because you're dazed, that's all you get to do for your turn.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
alright.
And then go ahead and
I'm
roll to see if
fine
you're-
with that.
And then don't forget to take your 2 poison damage at the start of your turn.
How do you remove poison damage in this system?
He has to save.
Yeah, it's a save end.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's technically not quote unquote poisoned. He's weakened, and the specific creature that attacked him, as long as he's weakened, he also takes poison damage.
Well, question.
Sure.
If I go 0 at the beginning of my turn,
Then you would not.
can I kill no.
Here's my question: how much stamina did you have? 1 or 2?
Two.
You can resist the unnatural.
It is poison
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
However, is that the one thing he gets to do on his turn? Because of
He
days?
can't actually, because resist the unnatural is a triggered action, and because he's dazed, he can't.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
theoretically, maybe we rethink this and Johnny doesn't
Yeah.
go.
So the thing with
Yeah.
We
the
let
thing
Johnny
with
sit
draw
back a
steel,
little bit until...
it is a very tactical game. It actually
Sure.
does encourage you guys to kind of talk about your turns. If it takes too long, I can put a timer on it. But
Yeah.
that's what this is for. So if you guys
Sure.
want to kind of retcon that to, oh wait a minute, maybe we should let the crazy threat
Yeah,
go
right.
first.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to take
Okay.
death on the start of your turn. Never
No,
mind.
I forgot about that.
All right,
Alright.
so I would like to do the crazy Thrycreen version of you call that a knife.
Okay.
So after the big guy lets out his like, ooh, big scary scream, Tal is gonna go and jump or run in front of him and kind of line things up. And I'm going to use 5 of my ferocity to do a thunder roar.
Okay. And what does that do per se?
It is a 5x1 line within 1. I make a power roll, and then the targets within that are forced to move 1 at a time, starting with the target nearest to you, and can be pushed into other targets in the same line.
I'm going to say because of how close everybody is, you can hit them all. So why don't we start with the power roll and we'll go from there.
Okay. Ooh. 13 plus 2. So that is 15.
Okay.
So tier 2.
Okay.
9 damage and push 4.
Okay. Well, these 3 don't exist anymore. Because they don't have 9 damage amongst them to
Yeah.
take. So, if you want, you can push. So, how do you want to deal with the movement and everything like that? Because you can, I believe, you can move both of them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
who do you want to move first?
the big guy, I think, since he would be closest to me, he would get pushed first.
Okay. Move him there, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So that'll be 2. He'd have 2 left. So that means both of them take 2 points of damage. Unfortunately, that's enough to get rid of him, so you won't be able to move him. Defeated. The Daybringer takes 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay. Anything else you want to do? You've run out of things to move, unfortunately.
I think 2, that's 5, 6. I'm just gonna get right up into his face
Okay.
and just like letting out like a Thri-kreen, almost like clicky scream.
All right. Cool. So you guys again watch as Talal rushes forward. She screams. You see this kind of wave of sonic energy shoot out of her. It knocks back everyone. Because the rest of them are kind of knocked into this fence here, you watch as they kind of get shredded by it, and there's just huge lines of blood that get knocked into that kind of waiting the pen area. Yeah, anything else you want to do through to turn?
I don't think so.
Didn't crit this time, you know?
I didn't crit. You know what? Just for funsies, I would like, because under maneuver it has grab. I would like to try to grab him.
Cool. So on your Forged Steel, it should show you what the results for the grab maneuver are.
I think under.
Otherwise, I can look for it because I know where that one actually is.
Oh, I see it. Under standard abilities, there's grab. I will make a power roll.
Yep.
+2. 16.
16. All right.
You can grab the target, but if you do, the target can make a melee free strike against you before they are grabbed.
Yep. So, free strike for this guy is just 4 points of damage. So, you watch as she runs forward and the 2 psionic arms start to grab this creature, and he just slashes at her.
Oh, right. Because he was forcibly moved. And I have my relentless whatever on him. Moiety immediately, you just see him almost like he's gliding, circle around to there.
Okay. If you want to go here, that would turn into flanking, which gives you guys edge on your attacks against him. I will say the creature that you're fighting has the Toxiferous ability. Whenever an adjacent enemy grabs the Daybringer or uses a melee ability against them, that enemy takes 3 poison damage. So by grabbing him, you will take 3 poison damage. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
So I just took a total of 7 damage, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm good.
All right.
Hesitation is weakness.
Cool.
It's just that
Go
scene
for it.
from Alita Battle Angel where you just go.
All right. Yeah. So I will spend my heroic resource to use that, and then I'm going to use. Okay. Gain my resources, and then I'm going to use 100 throats.
See, guys, this is why Draw Steel is so cool. Like, a level 1 rogue in D&D 5th edition would be like, I poke you! Also, hi, Artie, it's nice to see you. Real quick. From Moonglaive, give Johnny a hero token.
Ooh.
Hero
hero
tokens
token.
are a cool little ditty the thing that I have to look where in the damn book they talk about them.
That one is on our character sheet. So that one,
Yeah.
spending a hero token, they can. If you spend a hero token, you can gain 2 surges. If you spend 1 hero token, you succeed on a saving throw instead of failing. If you use a hero token, you can re-roll a test and use the new result. And if you use 2 tokens on your turn or when you take damage, regain stamina equal to your recovery value without spending a recovery before taking the damage.
Okay. So, hero tokens are technically a group resource, I believe. So here, what we will do, let's get a blue clock. There we go. We'll put a blue clock up here. We'll make it big. You guys should start with the number of hero tokens equal to the number of heroes. I think. At least that's what we're going to say for right now. So let's go to 6. And then with that 1, that'll bring us to 7.
Johnny could survive his turn. He just has to spend 2 of them.
So yeah,
Right,
as
right.
soon as you take the damage, Johnny, if you want to burn 2 hero tokens, you can instantly heal as if you spent a surge.
As if.
So now that that's done, and real quick from DJRD, Tal, take a heroic resource. Therian, take a heroic
Thank you.
resource. And Johnny, take a heroic resource. And then from Moonglaive, Moiety or Moisty, as Moonglaive calls them, and Ansef each take a heroic resource.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now that we're done with that, how does this 1,000 throats thing? So what I was saying before, yeah, DD 5th edition first level rogue go like, I poke you and do an extra d6 of damage. A shadow in Draw Steel does 1,000 throats.
So I'm going to shift. I'm going to shift my movement,
Okay.
and I get to choose 3 enemies along that and deal damage to them. And I'm also going to spend a surge on that.
Okay.
Deal an additional 2 damage.
For anyone wondering, shifting is just movement that you make that doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
So I think if I go like that, I should get the big guy and then 2 of the small guys.
Let's say, because they're all like there, let's say you hit all of them.
Sure.
It makes it
Well, I
easier
get to
on you.
target 3, so...
Okay. Let's say
Yeah.
you hit 3 of them then.
Well, 3 total. I want to get the big guy and then 2 of the small guys.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Then we'll do it that way.
Okay. And so I'll end up here. And so that's... I rolled a 16, so it's a tier 2. It's 7 damage plus the surge damage,
Okay.
which is 2. And that's 2 each of them. And I forgot to do this last time, but as I run by the big guy, I'm going to whip him with my tail and deal an additional 2 damage.
What's that?
So it was 7 plus 2 for the surge, brings it up to 9, plus 2 for the tail, brings it up to 11.
Yes.
All right. He is now winded. So
All right.
we'll put red for blood there on him. So yeah, he is now winded, and then you're able to get rid of 2 of the 4 minions down there with that attack.
Cool. And then I'm going to bamf back over here.
Okay. So again, you guys watch as again Hamja moves much faster than should be possible, and as he does, you just watch. He moves past all of them, and after like a brief moment, you watch these little clouds of red just go, and then disappears. Is that going to be the end of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, the leader just kind of cries out, and you guys watch as the red sun above you starts becoming brighter and brighter, and you watch as the heat gets bigger and bigger, and you watch as your skin starts to glow. Even you, Hamja, start to glow, and you notice your invisibility or your hiddenness isn't working, and what's his name? Ansev. You notice that you are no longer invisible, and you cannot become invisible as long as you continue to glow.
Oh, okay. Very here.
So at the end of your turn, these guys are going to leap forward, attack that crazy Thryking girl. They get double edge on this attack. So it's going to be 15, 17, so it's tier 3, which is going to be 3 points of poison damage. I believe. And they can shift up to 3 spaces. So they're going to shift over here.
Sorry, did I take a total of 3 points of poison or 3 each?
You took 3 points of poison plus an additional point because it's a minion, so 4 total.
Got it.
All right, that ends their turn. There's no more monsters, so you guys just get to take turns until we're out of turns for the round. So who wants to go next? We still need Ansev, Therian, and Gianni.
Johnny should take his burn 2 to not die on us.
Yeah.
Okay. So Johnny, you go ahead and take your turn. Go ahead and take 2 points of damage, and then simultaneously take a healing surge without burning any of your healing surges. And then at the end of your turn, roll a d10 to see if you save out of your it will give you effectively a third of your health. On your character sheet, there should be like a surge value.
Yeah,
That'll be
you
how
have.
much it heals you.
Yeah, you have a recovery value.
Thank you. Recovery.
Alright.
So you just take whatever the recovery value is. You're looking for a 6 or higher. Now, I'm not 100% certain what happens when you have multiple things. You know, in 4th edition, if you had multiple things to save, I think you just, to make things easier, you're going to just make one roll. And if you get a 6 or higher, all of your conditions are done. I'll look up how it works later. All right, so you are no longer dazed or weakened, and that ends your turn. Ansev and Therian, who wants to go next?
There you can go. I'll go last.
Okay, Therian, what you gonna do?
Oh,
You
he's
might be muted.
Sorry. So Therian, after taking a moment to heal himself, spits, and the right blood from his mouth is sizzling, all the fire stuff. He's gonna kind of, with an air of confidence, walk 5 to the left. He's going to look at the big guy and just whisper burn. And he's going to cast the Flesh of Crucible,
Okay.
which is... Hold, please. Somewhere. this guy here, which is going to cost 3 essence, just for the sake of this. So it's going to roll for a total of 15 plus 2 reason is 17. I don't even need the bonus 2. But the bonus 2 would be a 19, which is the high, which is 13 damage to the main dude. The thing with the Flesh of Crucible is fire just engulfs him and then stays lit, essentially, for a minor amount of essence on subsequent turns. So he is now in and on fire.
How much damage is it?
That was 13 fire damage.
All right. So you guys watch as Therian just starts moving forward as he gets close. Those of you that are close enough to hear him whisper, you just hear him whisper, burn. And suddenly, full on Colonel Mustang snap. Huge amounts of fire. You can see there's still smoldering fire in the place where Isis is standing. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm looking. I think I have a knockback ability too here that gets modified into ranged. Hold please. Okay, yeah, the knockback maneuver, but its distance become the range of your hurl element ability, which is 10, I believe. Hold please. Hurl element is 10, and so I'm going to use reason instead of might for the power roll. So you choose a creature within the distance, and one of the following damage types: fire. It takes damage of the chosen type equal to your reason score. So I'll paste it so you know what I'm doing.
Okay. And since you are defiling again, it's going to bring down the energy down to 2 in the area you're in. So you guys watch as more and more plant life in the area is just dying and turning into this incredibly fine black dust that stains the sand around it.
Okay, and so I'm going to use reason. I think it's the same as this, so I'm just going to do hurl element. It's the right stats.
So remember, that is
So I roll a 5 plus
so-
the reason is 2, which is a 7.
so stop.
Yep.
So that ability, you choose one of the following effects.
Oh, hey, I can't read.
So either you can knock them back, or you can just choose a creature and they take damage. There's no power roll for the second ability.
Got
You
it.
just
Okay.
do automatic damage to them.
I'm going to do the automatic damage.
So how much is that?
It's just the reason score, I believe, so it's 2.
Cool.
Thank you. And that is it.
All right, so after he says burn, he kind of winks, and you see this kind of puff of fire, and you see another kind of explosion. Cool. Go ahead.
So just technically, Tal has him held up, grabbed. So does Tal take fire damage?
Let's say no. Let's say he has
Okay.
enough control. I mean, he's a powerful defiler. He has enough
He is.
control to not burn your psychic.
Yeah, it's got a nice little buffer, you know, just a little arm buffer. It's all concentrated on his tootsies.
And Sev, you're up next.
Okay. Okay. So at the beginning of my combat turn, right? I just thought I knew that, and I don't. Second. Time each combat round. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1d3. 3 again. Alright, now that I know that I have that many heroic resources, I'm gonna change what I needed to do. That sucks. I am going to... I can move 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm not gonna be able to grip them anyways. No, I think I'm just gonna make sure everything's gonna be okay for our buddy. So as before, still having the arm out to try to keep up iron on Johnny. Antiv sees that the glow's kind of going down, and he's just gonna redo the ability once again, just kind of enhancing and give him another 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Just in case shit hits the fan here. So now I'm back down to 3, and then with regards to my ability, I am going to originally through him. I'm gonna lift my arm up into the sky, and I'm just gonna rake down the sky and tear a kind of a hole in the sky, and from it will materialize. There will be a stone that is one medium, I guess, object that drops from it, and deals damage equal to whatever my power roll is. So I'm going to materialize a stone on top of the big guy.
What
And
ability is that?
materialize.
You just conjure rocks from rocks falls, everybody dies? Seriously?
Kind of thing here. I don't know. Like, that's what it does. I don't know. I chose things and stuff. I'm just gonna drop a rock in his head.
Sorry, I just a worthless did damage.
And then the rock will go into a location, and I'm gonna put it on. Because I'm not. Wait, no, I can't click it. I'm holding it, and it's not working. There we go. The rock is gonna end up on the other side of him after doinks him on the head.
Okay, go ahead and make your power roll then.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I rolled 11 plus 2, so 13 total.
Okay.
So 7 damage.
Alright, so 7 points of damage. Cool. Still
And-
up. You're
and for-
relatively certain you were no longer invited to his birthday party.
And with regards to, it is on the field, so it does stay. The object is not worth any value, but it does stay on the battlefield.
Absolutely. So, I'm gonna have a rock in here somewhere.
I was gonna originally do metal, but you said metal's pretty scarce, so maybe I won't tear a hole in space and time. And
Yeah, if you could
Give
create
metal.
metal, there would be rather large problems. You would become the most important person in the world.
that's what I kind of figured. So maybe not metal. We'll just do stone going forward. And so as he tears it open once again, he looked at the guy and goes, "Heads up!" And hey, there we go. We got a nice little green stone there. Love it.
There we go. So now we got a stone.
And I will get. I'm gonna take a step back here, and I'm going to pass my turn.
All right, that brings us back to top of the round. The Daybringer is going to start off by absolutely destroying. Sure. Go ahead and do that. It is going to drain another point of life energy out.
And I can't forget the same creature. So I will go after the 2 million here.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make your. Is there a power roll with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your power roll then.
And that will be a 15.
All right. So tier 2.
Just right there.
They writhe and die as another kind of bolt of lightning comes down. You watch as more kind of piles of that very fine black dust start appearing on the ground. Both Therian and Johnny, you guys start realizing there is very little plant life left around you. You can feel as you try to draw your power, there's just almost nothing left. The creature, I'm going to use the rest of the malice that I have here to start turn. Let's go. You. And yeah, we're going to make this another malicious strike. going to make a big old swing. Actually, he can attack both of you. So yeah, he's going to attack both of you guys with this delicious strike. So both, what is it? Moiety and Talal, you're both going to get attacked by this huge sweeping attack. So it starts off as a 13. So, 10 plus 3 plus 4, 5. So 15 acid damage on both of you guys.
Okay. So what that will do to me is that does bring me down, but because it brings me down, I get to use Relentless.
Okay.
I get to make an attack on him before I go down. Just looking at this. All right. There we go. So that's tier 2. I'm going to spend my... Wait, did I get a second surge? How do I gain surge? Yes, I gained a second surge.
Okay.
So, actually, I have 3 surges. I'm going to spend all 3 surges.
Go for it.
So that's an extra 6 damage, right?
Yep. 2 damage per surge.
So that's 13 points of damage on the free strike.
All right. Then all I need to know from you is claim your kill. Describe your victory.
So essentially, when he strikes me, Moiety, uncharacteristically, because he's been rather calm the whole time, you just see a fury behind his eyes as he has the gaping wound that's going to bring him down. And with that surge of adrenaline, he just slams his fist into the creature's head, bounces it off the ground, uses the inertial shield to pull it into him, and slam an elbow into his face. And as he drinks in the blood, you see the wound actually start to heal because I spend a recovery.
Okay. So, you guys watch like full on like final fight of the martial arts movie. The creature goes, it slams into Tal Al, knocks her back, doing this big gash of damage. As it turns around, it brings the axe head down, and he catches it with his hand. You can see blood kind of running down his arm as he sits there, and he's just like holding it, and he brings it back up, rips it away. The creature goes to just bite him, and Moiety comes around with just like a right hook that goes boom, knocks him around. He does like a flip kick, knocking the guy up into the air for a second, and as he comes down, you guys see that fury boiling up in him where he's been perfectly calm this entire time. He spits some blood out, and as the creature comes down, the creature slams in the ground. He hammer fists onto the back of his head. He lifts his hand up, and with him, the creature rises to the ground, and then he hammer fists him back down to the ground, splattering viscera everywhere. And then as he sits there, he drops down to one knee. It looks like he's about to faint. And then you watch as he just kind of sits there and wills his body to stop bleeding. And you watch as some of his wounds slowly knit themselves. You guys hear from the announcer above, "That was an amazing bout with these brand new gladiators. We're definitely going to be seeing more of them. Folks, don't forget, if you're feeling bad today, it probably means you haven't thanked Tecticticlay for all the wonderful, amazing things that he's done for you. Remember, Tecticticlay literally controls the sun and the moon. So you should probably give him thanks for your worthless life. Tecticticlay is for you. Otherwise, sports fans, that's going to be all today. We will see you tomorrow for another amazing gladiatorial event." As you guys are sitting there, you suddenly hear the sound of these little impacts on the ground. Most of you start looking around for someone shooting at you or someone. Moiety, this is an exceptionally rare thing to see happen, but the crowd is throwing money into the arena. the world of Athos, again, metal in general is exceptionally rare. There are silver and gold and platinum coins, but they are just incredibly valued. The trading coin that is used for most purchases, so it's called a ceramic piece. It's a small ceramic coin, and it's actually perforated, so you can break it into 8 separate pieces that are referred to as bits. So you guys see a bunch of ceramic pieces and bits being kind of thrown at you from the audience. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I raise a fist up and will begin to gather them. But as I'm doing it, I am scanning the crowd for someone in particular. But even if I see them, I carry on as if I didn't.
Okay. As far as you can tell, you don't see anyone that looks familiar to you in just your quick kind of glance around the crowd. But unfortunately for you right now, the crowd is erupting. And so you literally can only see like maybe the front row of anyone, because everyone's on their feet and cheering and things like that. You see the door at the top of the arena open, and you see a large half-giant, half-ogre standing in the doorway, and he just gestures for you to come. What would you like to do?
Did they clear out the Defiler from the first fight? Is his body here somewhere or not?
No, they cleaned that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head in once the doors open.
I will say, before you go, Talal, you hear this strange kind of whining sound from behind you, and from this person right here, who's actually strung up between these 2 poles, you can see one of the things that will sometimes be done as punishment is they will string up prisoners in the arena to either be killed as part of friendly fire or to just kind of dehydrate out in the blistering Athasian sun. So you can see there is a person kind of strung up there, and he just kind of barely whispers, "Water." So he seems to, at least for right now, still be alive. But you are being told to exit the arena. So what would all of you like to do?
Paul will just kind of like let her arms down a bit. Does anyone have water?
They wouldn't allow anyone to enter the arena with water, or at least none of you have water on you currently. They took that as part of your, as you were being intaked into the prison. They took any water that you would have had, any water skins or anything.
Actually, I can just look at the clock and see if we have any hero. Oh no, the clock is gone.
Yeah, the clock that I just disappeared. Sorry.
It's okay. Do we
It was at
have
6?
Okay. I have a thing I can do. Where I can ask for advice and a course of action, but it requires a hero token. Would anybody mind if I used a hero token?
Use them if you got them.
All right. I would like to use my complication bereaved to ask the spirit of my recently deceased mother what the best course of action in this moment would be.
Okay. You get this feeling from the deceased spirit of your mother. You are not just in the public eye. You are probably the most famous gladiators in the world in this particular moment. You guys have had an exceptionally incredible win. Everyone is watching you incredibly closely. It would not be a good idea to do anything shady with everyone's eyes on you.
Okay.
But you think if you return, because you're going to be going to the slave pits and they don't search you on your way out of the slave pits, you think you might be able to smuggle something in if you can find it somewhere in the slave pits.
Okay.
but right now is not the time to be a hero. Is what you mean. Make sense?
Yes.
Cool.
Talia will then just kind of take a deep breath. The arms will fade away. She'll return back to her normal form and just start walking in.
Okay. The rest of you, do you guys head in? Do you do anything before you leave the arena?
No, after scanning the crowd like that, I'll head in.
Okay.
I'll scoop up some bits in my hand with the sand like dripping down and like egg on the crowd and
Yeah.
Sure. Why don't you give me a presence roll real quick?
sure. Oh, okay. So that's a 16.
Not bad with
Excellent.
a negative.
So yeah, as you sit there and do that, the crowd just erupts. They start throwing down flowers and the things like that, which may not mean a lot to you, but you see both the defilers kind of look longingly at these portable portions of life energy.
I'll take one and stick it in my horns
Okay.
as I'm walking out.
Right. As
Yeah, I
you-
would absolutely go and grab a reasonable amount, right? Whatever half might be or whatever. I'm not leaving any behind, but I'm also not such a dick that I'm going to take them all from Johnny. So
let's-
I would take whatever reasonable amount would be.
Let's say both you and Johnny would be able to get 2 each, and we'll consider
Sure.
those each worth 1 point of life energy.
Got it.
However, they're only going to live for a couple of days. So if you don't use them within a couple of days, they'll be worthless. So as you all kind of go in, walking into the building itself, as soon as you get in, you hear the loud sound of scraping stone on stone as the massive door closes behind you. And because of the massive difference in light, not only from being in the bright Athesian sun, but the fact that the sand itself would reflect the light back into your eyes, it almost feels as if you were in pitch darkness. And you have to wait for a few moments for your eyes to adjust. Unfortunately, that is where we are going to end it for today. As always, if you missed any of this, I do upload all these to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TrainerJody. Thank you to everybody that tuned in today. We're super happy. We're super happy to have you here. Again, this is my daily December campaign, so it only goes on for the month of December. So we have this week, we have 3 more sessions, and then it's over. So, yeah. Otherwise, that is going to be all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.